Hey man, I'm testing out our new format. All right, so it's working. Say, man, it's the Hood CNN with your favorite Hood reporter, the Prime Minister of Hood Education, Dr. Monroe. Because I got a PhD in common sense, and I'm a five-star general. I want to say top of the evening to you. Hold on a second. I want to say top of the evening to you. I'm glad you guys were able to tune in to the war zone. Top of the evening to you. And we really appreciate you guys tuning in to the war zone. Able to tune in to Hold on a second. The war zone. Yeah. And we are actually Aaron in the process of doing a different format. I wanted it to be able to broadcast live on Facebook as well as hold on. To be able to broadcast live on Facebook as well as hold on. Want to be able to stream on Facebook as well as YouTube at the same time. So we're having a ball tomorrow night on the to be able to stream on the hold on, let me turn this down. So tomorrow night on the War Zone, we'll have Larry McKenzie, oh man, Mark Kersey and Michelle Williams from the Houston Federation of Teachers. If you didn't know, they're about to have their elections, and they can still have them. They do them by mail, and it's a bunch of BS going on in the Houston Federation of Teachers. So I'm not gonna give it away. I want them to come on tomorrow, and I want them to have an opportunity to speak about what they want to speak about. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to push the share button on your video. I want you to get it out there. You know, I want to talk to you because I think that we're getting a lot of info, but some people they're not thinking and they're not doing the right things. Let's talk about paying your bills. If you only a week and a half into this and can't pay your bills, your business was fucked up from the gate. I'm just telling you what it was, man. It ain't no coronavirus that done messed up your finances. Your finances were messed up when you before this even popped off. You feel what I'm saying? Your finances was messed up before this even popped off. Um, I think if you can pay your bills, man. Because if you think you're gonna get away with 3, 4 months of not paying bills, when you come out of this coronavirus thing, you're gonna have to pay them bills. I'm telling you straight up, you're gonna have to pay them bills, man. So if you think that you're not gonna pay your bills, then so be it. Another thing, these stimulus checks, you don't know when you're gonna see that money, dog. Don't even count on that money. I mean, if it ain't in your hand, you can't count on it. You feel what I'm saying? But to give you guys a rundown, tomorrow night we'll have the HFT bullshiggity. And then I wanted some real. Wednesday night, we're gonna have Katina Thomas. If y'all know Katina, she's very knowledgeable and she's very vocal, very opinionated. But more importantly, she's a mom. And her and Catrice Thomas will be on the show Wednesday to talk about this from a parental perspective of how this whole pandemic thing is affecting them as parents. Now they can't speak for all the parents, but they can speak for their households. You feel what I'm saying? They can speak for their households. And we wanted a perspective from a parental perspective of what's really going on. Hold on a second, y'all. Of what's really going on. Thursday night, man. We're gonna have some attorneys on that fought a case in Fort Bend County in regards to a truancy issue. Um, Now there's another lady out there, Danita Williams. Whenever this issue comes up, she starts saying that she did this and she did that. Okay, cool. If you can reach out to her, tell her we'll bring her on the show too with the people. This is your opportunity to tell people in a real live format exactly what you did to help the kids out in Fort Bend ISD with that illegal truancy court that eventually was thrown out. But the school district is so vindictive. They put a $500,000 judgment against four white attorneys who were trying to help children of color, children, black and brown children. $500,000 judgment. And the other day, they hit one of these attorneys' accounts and wiped their account out in the middle of a pandemic. In the middle of a pandemic, I mean, emptied the attorney's bank account. Now, I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying, but I don't know if y'all understand exactly what I'm saying, but four white attorneys, to the best of my knowledge, went to bat for a bunch of black kids that were being criminalized by the school system in Fort Bend County, as well as the court system. And I would love to have the attorneys on the show. I'd love to have Danita Williams on the show. And that way everybody can get a clear understanding of exactly what went on in Fort Bend County. Now, Friday, we're going to talk about it from an athletics standpoint. Uh, from an athletic standpoint, with former athletes. If we can get current pro athletes, we will. But right now, we have former athletes, and one of those is 8-time boxing world champion Thomas the Hitman Hearns, as well as Spencer Johnson, retired NFL player, formerly of the Buffalo Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. And we're going to have a sit down with them on Friday in regards to how this is affecting, knowing that some of their friends who are athletes have been affected by this coronavirus. Now, I want to talk. I seen the comments that Dan Patrick made. Let me tell y'all something, man. This partisan thing gets on my nerve. This black and brown thing, it really gets on my nerve. This rich and poor thing, because the Republicans sometimes, you say some things that's just downright heartless. And to say what you said today about senior citizens, man, Dan Patrick, fuck you, man. And I'm dead serious about that, man. Some of y'all like to give these people passes for this fucked up shit they be doing, bro. This fucked up shit they be saying, man. And it ain't right, bro. It ain't right. I mean, we already dealing with the fact you gotta, and hold on, let me check something. Yeah, Hugh, I'll tell you what we did. I'll give you a call when I get through. Y'all, you know, you sit back and you play the politic game, but you play it with people's lives and their livelihoods. And you really think that shit funny when you're in a position of power with politics. Just remember, you ain't gonna be in politics forever. You gotta bring your stinking asses up out them state houses, and you gotta move back to where you came from. Dan Patrick, Houston ain't big enough for all us. Not the shit you be saying, dude. That it ain't big enough for all of us. And I sit and I just watch how people, how they maneuver and how they do what they do and say what they say. And you know something, man. Government holds a position of power in the United States of America. But I'm like Andre 3000 when they was trying to get Atlanta on the map. When I think about government, I just want you to remember something. The streets got something to say about that shit. You play them pussy ass politicking games all day long. But when it comes to certain things, watch your fucking mouth, man. And I'm for real with that, man. Because some of y'all don't get it. You just don't fucking get it. Right now, people are scared. They don't know what to do. And you got folk out there making all kind of old fucked up comments. Now, as far as for me, I would tell Trump, I would tell Governor Greg Abbott, my man Dan Patrick, the old man Mitch McConnell, take your $1,200 and stick it up your ass. I don't need it. I'd rather have my 40 acres and a mule. Fuck you. You ain't doing me no motherfucking favors. But when you think about everything that they want to do, let's talk about, and I said it tonight about the homeless. Everybody just doing their thing, but what about the homeless people? I really want to talk about education because that's my arena. For those that didn't think that I could education, I do that every day. I do education in my sleep. So here's my thing. You already not educating kids to begin with. Education in the fucking state of Texas is a fucking joke. Unless you really understand it, there's only a certain group of kids that actually get a quality education. So now you want to change it and you want to go to online education. Well, hold on a second, homeboy. When you drop the laptops off in the black schools, you don't teach them kids how to navigate them laptops. You don't teach them none of that shit. See, what they use the laptops for, they watch porn, YouTube, and shit like that. School ain't got shit to say about it, so they do what they do. But now all of a sudden you want them to become these motherfucking virtual, internet students. So let me ask you Einstein's a question in the state of Texas that run the state of Texas, especially the TEA commissioner, who ain't never set foot in a fucking classroom. Never been a teacher. Never. Fuck you, Mike Morath. You ain't never been a teacher. That's why you don't give a fuck how they get treated. You don't give a damn about no testing. None of that shit. You never been in a classroom. So let me ask you a question. How you supposed to educate the special ed kids with these laptops? How do you accommodate the 504 kids? How do you do that? The kids with accommodations, how do you deal with that? Can you tell me that? The kids that's supposed to get X amount of time with interventionists. How you do that when you just rolling this shit out like it's so fucking easy to do? See, the only thing these people care about is money. So they don't give a damn how they do it as long as these people get the time under their belt and act like they've been working so that they can get their money. That's all it's about. So how the fuck you gonna do that? I really want to know, okay, if you can't go back to school this year, how these kids gonna be promoted? What about the graduations? I don't give a fuck about the corona or nothing. Kids been in school for 12 years. And some of them have accomplished that goal. This will be the first time some of them in their whole family have walked across a stage. How you gonna fix that, Mr. Commissioner, with your ignorant ass? But more importantly, like I said, man, I mean, if you trying to educate the children, what about the nonverbal students? The students that's in the wheelchairs and they got to strap them down and they need help all day long. What about the nonverbal students? An education in River Oaks is not the education in South Park, Houston, Texas. An education in Beverly Hills is not the same education in Compton, California. You feeling what I'm saying? You follow me on this shit? So that shit you doing at the end of the day, that shit sound good. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit is not gonna work. I think if these motherfuckers would take the time and sit down and realistically talk to parents, talk to I really what I want to do a show on, I want some students on our show. I want to talk to the kids and see how the kids have been affected by all this shit. You know, because you had kids that were playing for state championships. You had kids that were on, you know, doing things academically that some of them had never done before. You had kids that were just borderline, didn't know if they wanted to go to school half the time, but they was hanging in there. And now you got them sitting at the house. So your dropout rate finna go through the roof. I hope you know that. See, ain't nobody thinking about none of that. I also want to just touch on that in order to be a good chief, you got to be a good Indian. But when you being a good Indian, you got to have chief tendencies in you the whole time. Everybody that's leading in the middle of this pandemic, they're not leaders. They don't know what to do. Sound like the motherfucker is reading a motherfucking manual that's missing 20 other pages out the motherfucking 60-page manual book. Well, guess what? I mean, Armand said, I don't think anyone was ready for this. I agree with Carol and Shabazz. You can't expect this thing to work perfectly. Let me wake you up and understand something, man. My coach always told me, I'm not giving you no leeway because you say you tired today. I'm not giving you no leeway because you act like, okay, I'm just not, coaching. No, 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 no. You signed up for this shit. You signed up to be a politician. You the one went out there with your turkeys and convinced them old people to vote for you, since you say the youngsters wouldn't vote. So some of us out here, I'm not giving you no motherfucking pass. You wanted the job, do the fucking job. And that's the way I feel. So now that it's a pandemic, we got to, man, we need to understand. I understand certain things. But what I'm also not understanding, why waste time trying to roll out some digital shit for school? You got a month and a half left. So we gonna waste money doing this shit when in all actuality, all you gotta say, school is done. We'll start fresh next year. You look at their grades, you can put each kid's paperwork in front of a grade placement committee. You let their grades determine if they graduate or if they go to the next grade. All this extra shit is a waste of time and money. You're forcing teachers to come to these schoolhouses and everybody act like they don't fucking know this is going on. The principal don't have no clue. Then the superintendent say she don't know. But somebody trying to force them people to come there. So a teacher's life is not important either. And look like everywhere you go, not a police department popping up with coronaviruses. I don't give a fuck if you turn them lights on me. Bitch, when you come to the window, I'm barely cracking the window. You don't know. So my thing is it's easy to sit on the outside when you're really not active in politics and have this understanding for these people. But no, these people wanted these jobs. Some of them even went to the extreme of putting fake candidates in races to get these jobs. So do your fucking job. You wanted the job? Do your job. Do your job. Now, at the end of the day, I still say that everybody is not a born leader. I don't give a fuck if you is in charge. That don't mean you know what the fuck you doing. This county is bigger. Harris County is bigger than 26 states in the United States of America. And we ain't locked down yet. I'm going to tell you why you ain't locked down. I'm going to tell you, it ain't got shit to do with but a couple of things. One, they know they done fucked up. So they don't want to look too bad on this shit. Two, in a county that's bigger than 26 states in the United States of America, you got 3 fucking testing sites. You know why you have 3 fucking testing sites? Because you should have shut this bitch down before everybody else. And you didn't. So you already know the numbers are through the roof. That's why it's so hard to get tested. Because you're going to make sure that nobody ever sees your correct number of infected people. That's why. That's why. What's my opinion of the county judge? Do you think she's doing a good job? This is what Armand Clemens asked me. The county judge is not fit to run a goddamn thing. The county judge is nothing more than a puppet of Rodney Ellis and Sylvester Turner. The county judge has more power than the mayor. But we're not gonna name it a shelter in place. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if you call it dog doo-doo. Shut this motherfucker down. Hold on. I don't give a damn if you call it dog doo-doo. Shut this motherfucker down, man. The only way that you can get to where you need to be, you gotta stop the movement. Yes, it's gonna make some people uncomfortable, but I'd rather be sitting here every night talking to y'all than knowing that, well, one of my friends on Facebook and died. Fuck that. I'd rather you be sitting in the eyes. Look, it's a lot of things that you could do on your downtime, while you sitting in the house. You get your drink on. You can put a hump in your back like a Halloween cat. Man, get your shot of ass, man. Fuck up some headboards or something. Put you some old school Tyrone Davis on, man. Fall in love with your wife and your husband again. Play Monopoly with the kids or something. When the last time you had an opportunity to take a break like this, man? But this pandemic has shown us that in a lot of ways, we don't have our shit in order. Black, white, Latino, we don't have our shit in order. Because if your ass is going broke in less than a week and a half, motherfucker, you were broke before the pandemic popped off. You were tricking off your money before the pandemic popped off. You were buying too many pairs of Jordans before the pandemic popped off. I've always said black people are not responsible with their money. You're not responsible. Don't nobody owe you a motherfucking thing. I'm just telling you what it is, man. Take your ass in there, get you a shot of Crown, and sit your ignorant ass down somewhere. Some of y'all women, You could actually be in the fucking kitchen learning how to cook. You know, some of y'all work on your head game. Work on your head game. You got a lot of shit you could be doing. Like me, I'm in school, so that gives me a grand opportunity to get ahead on my online schooling. I don't have to make the transition. Work on your head game. Shit, you know, some of y'all used to call your jawbone. Work on your head game. But I'm just telling you, this pandemic has shown us that a lot of people do not have their business in order. Work on your head game. I'm telling you the truth. Don't act like you ain't got nothing to do. Some of y'all with them nasty ass houses, you could definitely clean them motherfuckers. You went bought up all the fucking bleach in the store. What you bought it for? Work on your head game. Shit, that's what you need to be focusing on. Work on your head game so you can get ahead in life. Work on your head game. Now, I know the pandemic situation has really, really messed up the side piece situation. Because now that motherfucker got to stay at the crib. Can't lie, say you out there shooting pool with your partners. The side piece game fucked up right now, man. Fucked up. And you know I'm telling the truth. Now, everybody's focusing on washing your hands. Get in that shower and wash your ass. Wash your ass. Kill a lot of germs. I mean, you have a lot of time, Katina. They could be working on. Let me tell you something. I got people in my family, and I say to them all the time, work on your head game. You can't help a child with education when you don't have a diploma. You don't understand the value of a quality education when you don't have a diploma. A lot of people cannot help their children because they didn't finish school and they don't understand the value of a quality education. We're not doing these live streams. We basically created a virtual talk show. A virtual talk show. And we're not doing this just to have fun. We're doing it to educate some people. You know, I stay in my lane. You know, education is my thing. But I'm gonna tell you right now that there's some things that we're doing educationally that I would not agree with. I would not agree with. I'm not a big I'm not a big supporter of, you know, whatever they want to call this 21st century learning. I got a 1986 diploma and I'm walking circles around motherfuckers in these classrooms. I ain't got no 21st century learning. I got common fucking sense. But see, I knew it was time to go back to school because my mom always told me that she stopped in the 10th grade and she always wanted me to do better. And I keep that in the back of my brain. So I do it for her. You know, I do it for me, but I do it for her. And it's really, I need people to understand because some days you don't want to understand because your situations are better than the people that you're trying to preach to. Everybody's situation is not as fixable as some people think. You know, for a long time, I was one of them guys that I was tough on people until I started going to these schools, until I started seeing some things. Work on your head game until I started seeing some things. And then I had to understand everybody didn't live like I lived. You know, every year, and I've said this before, every year I would trick my ex-wife into getting new furniture and a washer and a dryer. Because I would always tell her, we need new furniture. We just bought that furniture, boy. But that was my way of taking that furniture and giving it to a family that didn't have one, that didn't have any furniture. You see what I'm saying? You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I challenge people to get out of your bubble. I get it. You came from where we came from, and now you're doing a little bit better. So stop talking down to people, man. Why do you think I can get to them kids so fast? Why do you think I can walk these neighborhoods and they show me so much love? I don't walk above these people. Give a fuck where I'm from and what I've accomplished. I'm one of these people. I ain't never forgot what it was like when I heard my old man beating on that light box. Welfare cheese. I'm serious about this here, homie. Get out of your box, man. Get out of your bubble. Remember where you came from. Remember where you came from. So I want you to practice this here. Remember in the movie Panther, when they first met Eldridge Cleaver when he spoke. I want you to practice this with me. Um, Let me hear you say, "Fuck Sylvester Turner." Watch it make you feel better. Fuck Sylvester Turner. Fuck Sylvester Turner. Fuck Sylvester Turner. It'll make you feel so good. It'll make you feel so good. Because I can't have a leader leading me. That's got the sense of a fucking cat. Let's see what Makisha said. Our government is fucked up and they don't support no one, and their goals are to contain us like animals. And we don't take the time to read, study, and stick together so one won't fail, one won't fall without the other. Hold on, I'm trying to see the rest of her comment. One won't fall without the other. I want to ask you because it's gonna lead me to another subject. Can somebody show me? Everybody say we need to all stick together. When has that ever worked? But it's gonna lead me somewhere else. Now, if you bold enough to answer that, then watch me take you somewhere else. When is the last time that it was proven that if we all stick together, we could change the dynamics of all this shit? When is the last time? I wait. I wait. Because if we go back and we do a history check and we look at the civil rights movement, oh, we stuck together then. Well, see, the thing about that, Black Wall Street, okay. Now, Demetri K said Black Wall Street. Anybody else? I'm going to say the civil rights movement. So if we go back and we look at the last times that we stuck together and we moved mountains, You have to understand we had different leadership. We had far more discipline as a people. We had far more discipline as a people. We were willing to sacrifice as a people. You can't expect those results on any level when you're not willing to do everything you're supposed to do. I get it, Demetri. Don't think I don't get it. What I'm saying is, if it took us to use point A, B, C, and D to move a mountain 70 years ago, now 70 years later, we stuck and we saying, well, we want to move a mountain, but we're not willing to do certain things. But we just want the results. But here's my thing. I'm sticking with Makisha Bridgewater right now. She said it has never been proven, but I want to say it needs to happen. But I believe that will help us get to a high level in life. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. I study history and I read daily to keep my mind right. So if it's never been proven, and I'm just asking for me, why should I waste my time and energy to get with some people who, one, and I see this happening all the time, that one, they're going to try to undermine me. Two, they're going to want to make people think I'm crazy. And that's why I love Malcolm and Martin so much. They said they were crazy too. They said they were crazy too. Why do I need to waste my time trying to get with some people who want to, one, you got these henpecked ass black leaders that want to run every fucking thing and don't know what to do. Do you really think I would line up behind the mayor of Houston on any fucking issue? No. Look at what they did today. Sheila brought James Dixon out today. For what, Negro? Bishop Dixon? Oh, the faith-based community. Nigga, go sit your ass down before you be in a cell with Kirby John. I don't need these motherfuckers to lead me. In order to create a black agenda, you have to know what you want. I know what works for me. Demetri K know what works for her. But I can't be fucking with these people that at the end of the day, they really working for the enemy. They really working for the enemy. White folk ain't our biggest issue. It's our people. And if you study Brother Malcolm, he told you when the revolution started, we're going to have to get rid of some of our own people. Now, Makisha said you could teach them something, sir, with the knowledge you have. It can change so much and educate people to understand what they can't understand. I have no desire anymore to beat a dead horse. I only teach the ones that want to be taught. But here's my thing, as I'm teaching, I want to be taught too. I don't just want to be the teacher. I like being the student too. I like learning. I learn something new every day from Demetri K, from Mary Courtney. I learn something new from Katina Thomas every day. It doesn't matter how smart I am, because if I get to the point where I think I'm the smartest man in the room, I need to be in another room, because you never become the smartest person in the room. You see what I'm saying? Katina said, Malcolm said, there will be no peace without war for black people. He's not lying. But see, here's the problem, Katina. We lacking a bunch of soldiers. Ain't nobody ready to go no fucking war. Ain't nobody ready to go no. Right now, the United States of America is at a crossroads. And it's at a point where we could shake this shit up as black people if we did come together. If we did have the right leader standing in front of us. If we did push the right buttons right now. See, because me, I don't want your $1,200. I want my 40 acres and a mule you promised my people. Matter of fact, everybody on my goddamn ancestry tree that you didn't give that 40 acres and a mule to that you owed, that's in my direct bloodline, give me they mule and they 40 acres too. You keep your funk ass $1,200. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the way I feel. Black people right now are trying to make sure that other people are comfortable. Motherfucker, we ain't comfortable. You listening to me? You can't work on somebody else's agenda until you fix your own shit. Honestly, I would love, and y'all have never heard me say nothing about it. I would love to be involved with this wall thing. But the wall that they put up in the United States of America that has hindered black families from sticking together. The wall that they put up that has hindered African Americans from getting a quality education, from getting decent jobs, getting fair wages. The wall that you put up in our communities is the wall I'm concerned about right now. My Latino brothers, handle your business. That's your wall. I got my own. I got my own. I can't help your people until I help mine. And all I'm going to do is what I do. All I'm going to do is what I do. So I need each one of y'all, if you can, take the time out and subscribe to my YouTube page. The War Zone with the 5-star general. It's free. It don't cost you nothing to do that. It's free. Do you understand what we're doing every night now? We basically created our own African American news outlet. We can report the news just like they do for free. So all I need you to do is subscribe to my YouTube page. That's it. So make sure you tune in to the War Zone, because tomorrow night we will have Katina Thomas on there. Man, I'm gonna turn this lady loose on y'all, man. This is a very knowledgeable sister, man. You feel what I'm saying? And you can't be scared to tell the fucking truth. Man, do you think I give a damn if people don't like me? Nah, bro, I don't care. I don't care. All of y'all need to do a YouTube channel, man. Katina, you need your own channel. Build your own. This is how we get the information out. Why in the hell would a politician be upset that D Nice was on Instagram DJing? You know why? That's too much power for one black man. He has the attention of too many people. Even though he just DJing. What happens if he just starts playing Public Enemy? What happens? What happens? I'm just telling you the truth. We have basically created our own African American news channel, which is the War Zone. Now I need you to do the same thing. If we're gonna learn from each other, then what you waiting on? If I did it, what you waiting on? When you build yours, I'm going to subscribe to yours. So now we can talk to each other. Let me tell you what it's similar to when you're building them. Your social media platforms, make them a platform and not a page. Use them Instagrams and you know, the TikToks and the Snapchats, and build a platform. So now as we stand on the shores of America, we don't have to beat our African drums. We can just DM each other. You feel me? Say, man, it's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? It is really what it is. So hold on, y'all. Hold on a second. Where is this thing? So I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna take you up out of here. I want you to get ready for tomorrow night. The War Zone, 7 o'clock. Moms in the pandemic. Katina Thomas, Catrice Thomas live in the War Zone. And then Thursday night, we got them four. As many of those lawyers that want to sit up in that War Zone with us and talk about Fort Bend and that truancy. And then Friday, 8-time world boxing champion Thomas Hitman Hearns and my good friend Spencer Johnson, retired NFL player, Buffalo Bills, Minnesota Vikings, is going down. And then Saturday, we're going to have an intimate discussion with my homegirl, Demetra K, out of California. I see y'all tomorrow night, baby.